I'm a 22-year-old that dropped out of high school at 16, now making 40K a month in sales. How did I do it, and why can't you do the same? So let me tell you the story. The first thing I did when I dropped out of high school, it was a scary time, and COVID happened, and I was working online. I told my mom, listen, like, I don't want to go through these classes online. It's complete BS. I even remember I had a teacher in one of my classes. He was teaching business entrepreneur, and I almost got kicked out of the school for this class. I basically asked the teacher, I was like, listen, like, you're not an entrepreneur. You haven't built a business in your life. Why am I listening to you? And this is how I would speak to my teachers at 16 years old. Like, it was definitely rebellious in kind of way, but I just had the intuition to be like, this makes no sense. So what I did is I dropped everything. I started self-learning very, very quickly. I literally worked this lawn mowing job for 12 hours a day. I was able to get to 1 to 2 books a day lawn mowing. So I literally read almost every book on personal development, I feel like, almost every book on sales. Through that, I was taking notes. Like the second I would finish cutting the grass, I would go back in the truck and I would be taking notes on my notepad right here. And I would just be taking notes, listening to books all the time. That gave me more sales training than probably the $35,000 I actually paid in coaching and mentorship. So I used that because of that. You could say I was a natural born salesperson, but in my opinion, it's because I read the books. It's because I spent probably 1,000 hours reading books before I even started sales. My first door knocking job, I blew company records out of the park. From then on, I started high ticket sales. If I started high ticket sales online, I would have got to 40K a month much faster. But that's why you need to read. You need to start picking up the books and just taking action. If you're behind right now and you want 2026 to go your way, you need to implement education. People think it's not necessary, but you need to learn everything you can. Everything that's cheap, everything that's free, start picking up the books, start picking up the cheap programs, and start learning. Comment sales down below if you want my program. It's constilled of all the information I've ever learned to my career into one simple format.